Welcome to the Micro Motion How-To video series. In this video, we will cover how to properly install a Micro Motion Coriolis transmitter. The learning objectives are the following. Become familiar with the planning process for the transmitter installation. Understand how to properly mount the transmitter. Know how to power the transmitter. For the complete set of installation instructions, please refer to the Micro Motion Transmitter Installation Manual. The transmitter is one component of a Micro Motion device. The other major component is the sensor. A third component, called the core processor, provides additional memory and processing functions. We will focus on the transmitter in this video. First, verify that the transmitter has the appropriate hazardous area approval. Each transmitter has a hazardous area approval tag attached to the transmitter housing. Second, remove the accessories box and verify that you have the appropriate cable and required cable installation parts for your installation. Third, make sure the cable and cable glands are appropriate for the installation type. For wiring between the transmitter and sensor, verify the maximum cable length does not exceed 1,000 feet for 4-wire installations and 60 feet for 9-wire installations with standard core processors. Fourth, you can mount the transmitter in any orientation as long as the conduit openings or transmitter display do not point upward. Installing the transmitter with the conduit openings or display facing upward risks moisture entering the transmitter housing, which could damage the transmitter. Examples of possible orientations for the transmitter are noted here. For mounting the model 1700 and 2700, make sure that you leave enough working space to wire and connect to the transmitter. The wiring compartment for the 1700 and 2700 is located on the back of the transmitter. Make sure this wiring compartment is easily accessible and free from obstruction. Finally, verify the power requirements for your transmitter. Not all transmitters have the same power requirement. This information can be found in the transmitter product datasheet. For integral transmitters, there are no separate mounting requirements and no need to connect wiring between the transmitter and the sensor. In integral installations, you can rotate the transmitter on the sensor up to 360 degrees in 45-degree increments. The user interface on the transmitter electronics module can be rotated 90 degrees or 180 degrees from the original position. In an integral installation, all components are grounded together. Ground via the piping if possible. If grounding via the piping is not possible, ground according to applicable local standards using the transmitter's external ground screw. There are several options available for mounting the transmitter: to a wall or flat surface, to an instrument pole, or in an instrument cabinet. When mounting a 5700 transmitter to a wall, Micro Motion recommends the use of 5/16 fasteners to mount the wall bracket. Not all transmitters can be wall mounted. Please reference your transmitter installation manual to confirm your installation. Use two 5/16-inch U-bolts for a 2-inch pipe and 4 matching nuts that can withstand the process environment. Appropriate bolts and nuts are shipped with remote mount transmitters in the accessories box or available as an option for purchase from Micro Motion. Ensure the instrument pole extends at least 12 inches from a rigid base and is 2 inches in diameter. If desired, reorient the transmitter on the mounting bracket. First, remove the mounting bracket from the transmitter using a 5mm hex key to loosen each of the 4 cap screws. Second, rotate the bracket so that the transmitter is oriented as desired. Third, tighten the cap screws. Last, hang the transmitter on the mounting bracket and hand tighten the cap screws. The 1500 and 2500 transmitters are designed to be mounted on a 35mm DIN rail. Refer to the installation manual for additional installation instructions for the 1500 and 2500 transmitters. First, connect the cable to the sensor-mounted core processor as described in the sensor documentation. Second, feed the wires from the sensor through the conduit opening on the transmitter. Third, connect wires to the appropriate terminals on the mating connector. First, remove the transmitter housing cover. Take care in removing the housing cover so you don't damage the threads. Second, open the power warning flap. Third, ground the power supply using the equipment ground near the power terminals. Finally, connect the power supply wires to the power terminals. This concludes the how-to video of Coriolis transmitter installation best practices. You should now know the following: the planning process for transmitter installation, how to properly mount the transmitter, how to power the transmitter. For the complete set of installation instructions, please refer to the Micro Motion Transmitter Installation Manual, which can be found on www.emerson.com.